Thank you for calling the ASMR Help Desk. How may I help you today? Today we are having our sale on bulk candy. And today's sale is on chocolate. Last week, our sale was on hard candy. And this week, everything we have today is chocolate. We're expecting this to be a pretty popular sale, so you'll want to make sure you place your order as soon as possible. Would you like me to go through the specific items we have on sale at the moment? Okay, I can do that. So, our first item is a 4-pound bag of Hershey's Kisses. Typically, there are around 100 pieces per pound. So this would get you about 400 Hershey's Kisses. This is obviously made by Hershey Candy Company. And this is probably one of the more famous types of chocolate candies out there. They are so named because when they're being made, it looks like the machine is kissing the conveyor belt. Or at least, that's the story I was told. Now, typically, we charge $39.99 for these, but today we have them on sale for $29.99. Our next item is sticking with Hershey, is the Hershey's Minis assorted miniature chocolate bars. So these are those little, they call them, I think, fun size candies. Tiny little pieces of chocolate. And the assortment is Hershey's Milk Chocolate, Hershey's Dark Chocolate, Mr. Good Bar, and Crackle. Mini candy bars are what you get in this assortment. We carry them in 6-pound bags, and you get around 53 pieces per pound. Again, made by Hershey Candy Company. And typically, we sell these for $59.99. But for today, we're selling them for $44.99. Our next item, it's actually a couple of different items, but we're going to start with the classic, the Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. This will get you a 36-count box of the 2 peanut butter cup classic size that you could get at the grocery store or convenience store. Again, these are made by Hershey Candy Company, and they are one of my personal favorite candy bars. In fact, I'll admit it's kind of bizarre calling them candy bars because I think of them as cups. Now, for the 36 count of the regular sized chocolate bars, we typically sell them for, again, $59.99, but we are having them on sale for $44.99. But we also are having a sale on the big cups, which you can get a box of 16. And I don't know if you've seen these, but they're essentially a very large Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. And this will get you a 16 count. And typically we charge $25.99 for this. But for today, we are selling it for $19.99. And then finally, with the Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, we have the mini Peanut Butter Cup. And this comes in, like the other candies do, in a bag. And we have a 6-pound bag. And there tends to be around 325 pieces per pound. And looks like I'm going to have to talk to Jeff again, because my information says 325 pieces per pound, which would get you 3,250 total. But 325 times 6 pounds, that math doesn't add up. But typically we sell this 6-pound bag for $59.99. And we're selling it for $44.99 today. Okay, now we have another fairly popular chocolate item for today. M&Ms. These are the first item today that isn't made by Hershey. It's made by M&M Mars. And it is a 24-count box of the traditional bags of M&Ms. We typically sell these for $39.99. But today we are going to be selling them for $29.99. And that price is good for the original M&Ms. The peanut M&Ms. The peanut butter M&Ms, which is actually beginning to rival the original flavor in terms of popularity. And the crispy M&Ms. So we have a big variety. Our next item, Milk Duds. And this is a 24-count box of the traditional box you would get at the store. I think the theater size that you get in a movie theater. These are made by Hershey. And these are, if you're not familiar with Milk Duds, I've been surprised at how many people aren't sure what they are. They're milk chocolate covered caramels. And I will say, whether you are familiar with them or not, if you have any recent dental work, you may want to avoid these. But they are very tasty. Would you like to know a little bit more about Milk Duds? Our page actually has a little bit of background. Okay. These bite-sized, chocolate-covered caramel bits of yummy goodness were created back in 1926 at La Nobel and Company in Chicago, Illinois. The word milk refers to the significant amount of milk they have, and Duds was chosen after it was decided that creating perfect round balls of caramel was pretty much impossible. And then it seems like a company named Leaf purchased the company in 1986. And then 10 years later, Hershey purchased Leaf. Now, typically we sell a 24-count box for $25.99. We currently are selling them for $19.99. Our next item is one that you don't see around very often anymore. And that is Whoppers Malted Milk Balls, the theater size. It's a 12-count box of the theater size. If you're not familiar with Whoppers, they're a malted milk ball, which is essentially like a crunchy candy ball that's covered in chocolate. They're really good. dad was a big fan of Whoppers. Every time we went to the theater, he would get a box. Now, typically we sell these for $25.99. And again, for the sale, we're selling them for $19.99. We're going to take a quick jump back to the Reese's Pieces, the theater boxes of Reese's Pieces. Now, some people will argue that this isn't chocolate directly, but I'm a big fan of Reese's Pieces, and considering we're selling them for a lot cheaper than we typically do, I'm willing to give it a pass. So, if you're not familiar, Reese's Pieces are essentially little peanut butter candies. They almost look like M&Ms in there, but they only come in orange and yellow and brown colors. And they are peanut butter flavored. And they are also some of my favorite candy. I really enjoy them. They were actually popularized by the movie E.T. They got very popular after that movie. They existed before then, obviously. But the E.T. really put them on the map. The movie featured Reese's Pieces pretty heavily. And this is another 12 count of the theater boxes. Now these are a little bit more expensive typically. We sell them for $29.99. But we also are selling these on sale for $19.99. So if you like Reese's Pieces, this might be a good time to pick them up. Now to move on to something a little different, we have gold chocolate coins, 5-pound bulk. And basically we have them in a couple variations. We have them looking like a standard 50-cent piece with Kennedy, with the bust of Kennedy on one, of John F. Kennedy on one side, and the standard eagle on the other. We have a Canadian version as well. And then we also have just a standard generic one that just has Lady Liberty on one side, and on the other side, just a general dollar sign. The coins are pure milk chocolate and are wrapped in gold foil. They're made by the candy store. Now typically we sell these for $45.99, and we have them on sale right now for $35.99. For a 5-pound bulk, you typically get 69 coins per pound. Here we have foil-covered cherry cordials. These have real cherries in them. They come in gold and red foil. They're made by Asher's Chocolates. Here we get a little bit more expensive. We have 5-pound bags. It costs $89.99 for a 5-pound bag, but right now we have them on sale for $75.99. So you can grab those for really cheap right now if you want. Oh, and I forgot to note the red foil is, if you get the red foil version, that's milk chocolate. And if you get the gold foil version, that's dark chocolate. And you can get a mix if you want. So our next item is milk chocolate covered pretzels. 10-pound bulk. And these are just your standard little pretzels dipped in chocolate, milk chocolate. And they typically sell for $59.99. But currently right now we have them on sale for $44.99. Also know that we have a dark chocolate variation, and we have a white chocolate variation. Also by the candy store. This next item from Asher Chocolates is vanilla caramels, chocolate covered. I'll have to talk to Jeff about that. I think that's supposed to be chocolate covered vanilla caramels. We do have them. They are vanilla caramel covered in chocolate. We do have them in milk, dark, and white variations of chocolate. And we have them in 5-pound bags. Typically, we sell them for $69.99. But right now, we're selling them for $59.99. I'll be honest, I don't know why they just don't pick a standard percentage off, but they go all over the map. But that's really with everything, if you'll think about it. Alright, and now we're coming to a close, but I saved the higher end items near the end. Now these items are one of the few items we do sell singles of, and that's Godiva Dark Chocolate Truffles gift box, 12-piece. It's a 1-count box, and it's we sell it for $29.99 typically. That is for one box, so it's essentially like a box that you would give for Valentine's Day or for a special occasion. And it includes a double chocolate raspberry, black forest cake, extra dark 72% truffle, chocolate souffle truffle, and more. So I guess they're leaving a little bit up to a surprise, though I do believe these come with those little cards to let you know what's what if you don't want to risk it. I'll be honest, I'm one of those ones. I like to know what I'm biting into. You can get these in bulk if you want, but you need to purchase at least 10 to start getting a bulk rate, and it goes 10% off at 10, and then 20% off at 25, and at $29.99 you can do the math. But right now, we're selling them for $25.99. And finally, another favorite of mine, the Lindt Lindor truffles. If you're not familiar with Lindt Lindor, it is they're a chocolatier, and one of their specialties are tiny little, well, actually they're not very tiny, but there's small chocolate truffles, and they come in all various flavors, and they are excellent. They are really good. We have and they come in 5.1 ounce bags, and we sell them in a 6-count, and you can get the bags. Now these are the bags themselves are assorted. And you can get a 6-count of assorted truffles, which have all of what I'm about to go into. At least a couple of each in the assorted truffles, so that's an option, the assorted truffle 6-count. And then you also can get them in milk chocolate, dark chocolate, white chocolate, extra dark 72%, mint chocolate, which is my favorite, and I believe that covers it. I also should point out, I don't think mint is in the assorted. And typically, we sell those for $39.99. And we have them on sale for $35.99. So that is our sale. It's a bit more, there are a lot more options, so feel free to think about it. Do you want to place an order now? Okay, you want to think about it and then get back to us? Completely understand. If you have any suggestions or thoughts, be sure to leave a comment. If you did enjoy this and you enjoy this sale, please let us know by liking, subscribing, and telling your friends about us. Thank you so much for calling, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. This show is part of the CIP network, where we inspire creativity one episode at a time.